They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Packers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Love, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Extra point safely through.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A handoff. It's Eckler. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. These two teams all tied after one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Herbert now. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Eckler, they run left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert just beat the play clock. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So Herbert off, and on is Tristan Vizcaino for the Charger field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Love. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Love. They'll roll him out right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, watch it. Rush in.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And his kick is good. And they will nut things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the... first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. It's Herbert.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 2. A give, Eckler running to the right, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They're going to run this with a tight end. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Justin Herbert
with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. A try here for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Chargers 17, Packers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and a yard.
Check 50, check 50. Whip. Watch the whip.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Love. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
You can't block me. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
A give to Jones. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Chargers.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Herbert on 1st down now. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. It's Eckler again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Love looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
One last shot now for Love. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. With zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and good, and we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 110 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They go bootleg. Love out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
He's checking.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it with Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
You don't want none.
2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
The give is to Jones. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. This is Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Love. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And bulldozing his way through. And he's into